Listen to this shit. The number one market for global revenue, and
I think it's probably either China or South America. I don't think it's India, and I don't think it's America.
In October 2021 was the United States, mind you, which accumulated 2.1 billion, or 28.3% of the total player spending worldwide. Like what?
What are you guys doing? Let's look at Towellee's video about why World of Warcraft Mobile could be a good idea.
I think WoW Mobile is like way more of a chance of being announced this week than anything related to 10.0.
Why WoW Mobile is a good idea. And I'll also say, I know that some people, I am a fan of WoW Mobile. Towelliee and I are on the same page here. I agree with Towelliee. I want WoW Mobile as well. I think that there are a lot of systems that the game can integrate into a mobile application, and it would be fine. Oh, wrong, question marks, what, wrong, wow. Really? So, okay. So why would it, WoW Mobile, I'd quit? You'd quit if they had a pet battle app? That you quit the game if they had a pet battle app? No, I guess not. Oh, that's sick! Oh, that's awesome. Wait, no, that's really cool. Yeah. What the fuck do you think I was talking about? You think I meant, oh, you're gonna raid Mythic on a phone? Fuck no, that's not what I meant. It wouldn't work. Like, how would that ever work? Like, no, of course that's not what I meant. How the fuck could that even happen? Jesus. I'm talking about things like your Covenant missions. I'm talking about things like pet battles, other types of like random little tiny events, things like that. Silly me, might be. Yeah, no, I mean, just think about it, boys. Just think about it. Do you think that, because World of Warcraft Mobile would only be successful if you had crossplay with people on PC? You understand? Like, it would only be possible if you had crossplay with people on PC, because you keep everybody's investment. Like, you bring in WoW Mobile, and it's not like there's going to be a whole new amount of people that want to level a new character and, you know, build a new character in WoW Mobile. Like, that's a bad idea. So they're probably going to integrate it with the current version of World of Warcraft. And if they integrate it with the current version of World of Warcraft, any reasonable person could easily expect that they're not going to have a way for you to do Mythic Castle Nathria on a mobile phone. Like, this is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So that's clearly not what's being discussed. Any logical person could come to that conclusion.
Mobile games will always work because while you go on the bus or wait at the doctor, whatever you do, you have your mobile at hand and you can entertain yourself at that very moment without getting.
Don't you guys have phones?
Yeah. I mean, the mobile games for Blizzard are going to print money. Diablo's going to print money. The WoW mobile game's definitely going to print money. And I think, and believe it or not, I think there's two WoW mobile games. One which is not ready, one which I believe is ready, and then Diablo Immortal release date would be something they could announce too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Microsoft is extremely happy that they acquired Activision Blizzard at a time where they're going to release like mobile games that are probably going to make them more money than their current titles make per year. I realized how big mobile was when I noticed every person on the train in Tokyo was mobile gaming. That's it's pretty big. Like I said, 56% of the world's revenue of gaming comes from mobile. So
it's over half.
Somebody's spending
ridiculous.
money on that shit, whether you like it or not. Hope their mobile games are monetized morally. I like that. Moral monetization. There is no moral monetization. Yeah. It's just monetization.
I would disagree with Towelliee here. As I said before, I think that loot boxes, buying an item directly versus buying a loot box, there is a moral differentiation there. I would make that differentiation, but I see what he's saying. He's probably not really talking about that.
That's a new one. I like that. I hope their game is morally monetized. Stop it.
Yeah, no loot boxes.
The reason why mobile games make so much money is because, one, you don't need a lot of devs to make a mobile game, right? Like, if you look at some of the best mobile games out there and see how many people actually work on the game, not the PR and customer service, like the actual developers, it's not like the size of a World of Warcraft dev team, right? With like 200 people in it.
A lot less overhead. That's my understanding.
maybe less, working on a game that's going to make 20 million a month, maybe more if it's good enough. I don't think mobile games have ever been like morally monetized. It's just, here's a mobile game, you play it until you get...
As I said before, I think that any mobile game that doesn't have loot boxes is morally monetized. I think that any game that does have loot boxes is not morally monetized. I realize this is my opinion, and I play many games that have loot boxes, and I have no intention of stopping because I still enjoy the game. But I do think that it's immoral, and I do hope that the government makes it illegal.
Stuck. And when you get stuck,
I want
you can
ethically
choose to
sourced
just
loot
grind
boxes.
out
That's
stuff
right.
on the side to unstuck yourself, or you can buy stuff, right? That's just mobile games. Like, it's hard to complain about something that's been so standardized and so, like, the same for so long. Yeah, or you go to the next mobile game, yeah. Yeah, I mean, dude, some of, like, the smallest mobile games make so much money because they only have, like, 5 devs, but they could easily make a couple million a day.
Yeah.
Let's see if those numbers are public again.
Yep.
I love looking at those numbers. Usually there's a website that gives you the monthly revenue for mobile games for like a certain month, like for how much money they make per day. Like, it'll tell you how much money a certain mobile game made today.
Okay, here we go.
Well, there's this article that says that right now there's 7 mobile games.
Right.
And this is as of just August, this past August. So that was only like 5 months ago,
3
right?
months ago.
That right now between Apple and Android, these 7 games make $100 million a month. A month. Pokemon Go, Roblox, Candy Crush Saga, Garena Free Fire.
Yeah, 100%. Garena Free Fire is like fucking massive, and I think it's like South America. Like, they love that fucking game, man. That is the biggest game.
And Homescapes? I don't even know what Homescapes is.
Probably another game in another region.
Right, but not quite.
India too?
Like,
is that, yeah.
We're talking about a mobile game with like a fraction of the development team of World of Warcraft making the same money with way less effort. And just letting the microtransactions do the work.
Just let that shit pile up.
Some mobile games haven't even been like documented for making money because sometimes people can't get the right information from like places like China and
exactly.
shit.
Yeah.
So, listen to this shit. The number one market for global revenue, and
I think it's probably either China or South America. I don't think it's India, and I don't think it's America.
In October 2021 was the United States, mind you, which accumulated 2.1 billion, or 28.3% of the total player spending worldwide.
What?
Like what?
What are you guys doing? God, what are you doing? Why will you just spend all that money on fucking gems for a game just so you can play it faster? What are you doing? On your phone. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro, what? I'm so surprised. I really, to be honest, I thought he was going to say South America. I really did. I thought he was going to say South America because gaming is fucking massive there. But I was wrong. It is United States of America.
In October, overall, the entire mobile game market generated $7.5 billion just in October of 2021.
That's big money.
I don't know. I feel like when people start, talk about them hating mobile games and microtransactions, I feel like that y'all motherfuckers are the minority at this point.
Oh, definitely they are. The thing is that us PC gamers, we're like woolly mammoths and we're dying out. Okay? We're dying out. We're big, fat, woolly mammoths and we're dying out. We're getting old. And pretty soon here, it's like a game. Mobile games will have a PC port or something like that. This is gamer oppression. Exactly. I do think that I'm not sure why, and I think that this is really one of the reasons why mobile games have such good microtransaction models, is that mobile games appeal to a non-gamer audience in many ways, like things like Candy Crush, and a non-gamer audience doesn't think about the effect of microtransactions. They just think about, oh, it's $10. Like, it's not even in their vocabulary. You're not even reaching them. It's like, oh, it's $10. So why you mean why I buy it? I mean, I save like a week and it's only $10. You'd be stupid not to buy it, idiot. You know, and I mean, this guy works construction. Like, what the fuck does he know? He's got no idea. He's not a gamer. He didn't grow up playing video games. Maybe he did. And like, yeah, he played games back in the day, but he never really thought about it. Yeah, they don't really think about it. They just do it.
Because somebody's spending that money.
Yeah.
Somebody's spending that fucking money.
I feel like I'm one of the exceptions. I actually have no games on my phone. I have no games on my phone. I have never played a game on my phone before. I know that sounds crazy, but it's like I just never, like, why would I do that? If WoW had an app where I could do like pet battles and like do some of my like mission stuff, I would probably download the app. But that's about it.
Mercy. Dude, there were a total of 80 billion mobile game downloads in 2021.
Yeah.
80 billion.
That's a lot.
Players spent $100 billion in mobile games.
That's
in
a lot.
2021. And they are predicted to spend by 138 billion by 2025.
I mean, you think about like how much money, like that's a lot of growth. I mean, even in such a massive market, like that's like what? Like 9% growth in just a couple of years. That's really big, especially whenever it's already that big.
On average, players spend 4.2 hours per day playing mobile games in 2021. Mobile ads, 240 billion in ads. Good God, man.
So I'd like to talk to you about today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Look, I'll be honest, like if one of those companies approached me, I would probably take it because they pay a ridiculous fucking amount of money, and all I have to do is take some little thing and put a banner up and people play the game. I don't give a fuck. That would be easy. Free fucking money, man. Free money.
Fucking hell, dude. Mobile games accounted for 66% of the App Store's revenue share.
Yeah.
66%.
Real shit, yeah. It is what it is.
83% of Google Play's revenue in 2020, this is already 2 years ago, or a year ago and some change, came from mobile games.
There it is.
But it is expected to go down by like 10%.
It's crazy how many people do that shit. So unethical, what I've always said, this is what I've said with like so many people, right? I've said with so many people that I never expect the individual to hold themselves accountable. I think it is a fool's errand to do that. I said that with gambling games. I said that with the companies and getting rid of loot boxes. We can never get the companies to get rid of them. I said that with the fucking the hot tubs or the ASMR ass streams. Rest in peace, by the way. And I also have said that with with Hassan and buying the house. Now, I've been very consistent with this. If the advantage exists, people will take advantage of it. And it is up to the governing apparatuses to control what people do. That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it really matters. Because the thing is that if you focus, like this is what they want you to do. They want you to focus on the people and get angry at the people that step out of line and take advantage of something that could be considered unethical, because every minute that you're taking advantage, that you're getting mad at the people, you're not getting mad at the system, and the system keeps making more money. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, these are all scapegoats. These are all products. Like the same thing is like, you have somebody like Hassan, you guilt trip Hassan into selling his house and giving it all to homeless people. Who cares? Because somebody else is going to buy a $3 million house tomorrow. You guilt trip Aiden Ross and Trainwrecks into not streaming gambling anymore. Who cares? Because somebody else is going to come and take their spot tomorrow. It doesn't matter. All you're doing is rotating basically a carousel of dildos to fuck yourself in the ass. It doesn't matter which color or which flavor it is. It's all the same. You're still getting fucked in the ass. Maybe think about getting rid of the carousel. You see what I'm saying? Think about getting rid of the carousel instead. That's not true at all. Very few people get 30 viewers on slots, so that's a terrible analogy. So you're saying that other big streamers wouldn't do it? Like, do you think that no other big streamers wouldn't take that offer? Like, let me ask you something. Like, how many streamers do you think wouldn't take an offer to get paid, hypothetically, $700,000 a month to gamble? There is probably like a handful that would not take that offer. Like, XQC probably wouldn't. I can guarantee you I would not. Probably like, and like me and Mizkif, like, we wouldn't take the offer. That's because we fucking own an org. So yeah, of course that's not going to happen. No, I would not. I would not take the offer. Like, why the fuck would I do that? There's no reason. They lose the respect of their fans. So whenever you go to the bank, do you have like what is the conversion rate of respect to dollars? Is it like is it still 3 to 1, or is it gone up to 4? 4 respects equals $1. Yeah, respect. I said this before, right? Morality, ethics are not real. Money is real. People are real. These are ideas. Ideas never beat reality. Think about it. I guess fiat currency might not be the best example for money, right? But like whenever a person use this, they make this decision, right? They think about, oh, well, this is, ideologically wrong or something else like that. Morality is not real. You are real. And you will always take precedence over morality. People have no problem stealing if they need the money. People have no problem doing all kinds of terrible things if they need the money, if they need it. They just do it. It's that simple. We bring back the gold standard. That's exactly what we were talking about. I'm glad that you're here. Yeah, thank you very much. What's the point? The point is that holding individuals accountable for taking advantage of a broken system is an effort in futility, and you're never going to change the system or do anything other than just harass some random person who's trying to make a living. The only way that you can ever make any lasting change, that you can ever help anybody or make any sort of effect that doesn't last for only a day, is to change the actual system itself that is producing the people that are allowed to do these immoral and unethical things. And if you do not change the system, there will just be another one the next day and another one the day after that. And that is the one thing that these systems rely on, is they rely on you looking at that person and you saying, this person, I don't like this person because they have a face, they have a voice, they have eyes. You can see them and you know who your enemy is. And because of that, it's easier to fight them. But the truth is that your enemy is not a person. It is an idea. You understand? It is an idea. Okay, man, just watch the video.
And some other cool statistics. Let's see. The most profitable mobile games in North America. So this is just North America, mind you. This ain't even like China or nothing. Apparently, puzzle games are number one. 22% are puzzle games.
That's so fucking pathetic, man. Because you know what the microtransactions in the puzzle games are. It's to skip the puzzle. Can you believe that? It is so fucking pathetic. Wow. Oh my God.
17% are casino games. And number 3 would be RPG. 14%.
Puzzle game. Wow.
Casino puzzle RPG. Bro. Print it. You got
it, bro. That's so sad.
You got it.
That's so fucking
those
sad.
Numbers I told you, those are astronomical numbers
it's a really good
that
idea.
Pretty much console games and PC games will never reach, ever.
Yeah.
Like, the PC gaming market
the reason is because people, like, so let's talk about a little bit about the culture in China, all right? And so in China, there are a lot of people. So they have a lot. I mean, obviously, there are advantages to having a massive totalitarian government. I mean, like, there are advantages. And one advantage is that they do have a lot of like train infrastructure that a lot of places here in America don't have. And a lot of people in China, they take these trains and they go back and forth to work. And whenever they do that, they can be on these trains sometimes for an hour and a half to 2 hours, one way or another. And whenever that happens, what the fuck do you think they're doing? They're on their phone. And the fact is that you can't plug in a PC at that time, but you're spending an hour and a half one way sometimes going there. And that's a huge difference between the culture here and if you're in LA, and you probably spend the same amount of fucking time going to work. In LA traffic at 9 o'clock or 8:45 in the morning, it's probably just as fucking bad, but it's harder to play a phone game whenever you're driving. Like, I don't Listen, if you've ever been, I've been with so many people texting and driving, and it's at the fucking stoplight, and you have to say it's green, and they look up and they drive. How many times have you guys had this happen? So if you're sitting there on the train, you don't have to worry about that. And the culture is so much different there that it's much more acceptable. And also, there are other places where having a, like in order to play an online competitive game, like I'm talking about something like World of Warcraft, right? Let's look at that. World of Warcraft. You have to have a gaming PC. You have to have an adequate power source. You have to have a good internet connection. You have to also have a mouse. You have to have a monitor. And more with FPS games, you want to have a good monitor. On top of that, you have to have a keyboard, a mouse. Like there's a lot of money that goes into having a gaming PC. Like obviously my setup is worth a lot of money, but as I'm a streamer, I have cameras and shit. But even just the PC alone is probably like $2,000-$3,000, maybe more if you include other stuff. Yeah. So you just buy a phone and you're done. You're done. You just buy the phone. There it is. It's simple. And that's actually, ironically, the same reason why people buy consoles. You buy the PS5, you're done. That's it. You don't have to buy, like, oh man, there's a new graphics card. You have to put it in a PS5. No, it's done. And that's it. And a TV. No, that's a good point. Yeah. No. That's very, very good point. But what I'm saying is like, it's the same general type of argument, right? Is like imagine barriers to entry, right? Barriers to entry or reasons that you would not do something. With the phone, you have basically none. You just have the phone and a Wi-Fi connection that is probably somewhere. Amazingly, I hear about third world countries that have better Wi-Fi than we do. And also, with the gaming PC, you need to have gaming PC and a lot of peripherals. With the console, you need less peripherals. You just need the console and a monitor, a TV, maybe a monitor too, if you want to do it that way. But with a fucking mobile game, it is the lowest barrier to entry. And that is why people play with them. It is the lowest barrier to entry.
Never hit that kind of revenue. Neither would console market either. Mobile WoW would be fucking lit. They are super slacking on making that a reality. Well, I mean, you think about it. Activision Blizzard and EA and a few other companies are way behind on the mobile stuff.
They really are.
Like way behind. Like every time there's an earnings call and people,
not necessarily Activision. Like Activision has COD Mobile, and like COD Mobile is really big. But the problem is like these companies. The problem is like you don't make a game, you don't make a mobile game the same way you make a PC game. And Candy Crush? Well, Candy Crush is owned by like I said, Activision Call of Duty. I would say Blizzard World of Warcraft. King Candy Crush. So I'm just talking about Activision and like EA, stuff like that. But of course you're right about that. Yeah, of course. So that's what I'm really trying to get into, is that you don't make a mobile game the same way you make a PC game. It's just a different audience, a different type of gameplay, a different type of player.
Call in to talk to them and blah, 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 like the shareholders. Like most of them always ask them about their mobile stuff because
because they're shareholders.
Like, what their shares are going to look like when mobile comes out for Blizzard. I think they're behind because we have a stigma here against mobile games. Yeah, and apparently now they're over the stigma. And they're like,
I don't think that there ever was a stigma. I think that it was a lot of people that were extremely outspoken. And it's the same thing with like NFTs and things like that. I think NFTs and like cryptocurrency, people dealing in cryptocurrency, I feel like the people that do it are so extremely loud that one person sounds like 10 people. I find that to be the case, especially with people that don't like mobile games, because most people that like mobile games aren't really going to be, they're not going to be in the chats. They're not going to be angry about it. I think that most of the people are the ones that are the ones angry about mobile games. These are the guys that are PC gamers. They consume PC gamer content. They're online talking about PC and like, competitive gaming content, things like that, or like serious gaming content. And that's just, again, like we can get into the same thing. Do I still have it open? I guess I don't. The concentric circles. There's not that many people like that. Whenever you really think about it, there's just not that many people like that. So don't you guys have phones guy was right? Yes. Nobody said that Diablo Immortal was a bad idea. Everybody said, announcing Diablo Immortal instead of Diablo 4 was a bad idea. It wasn't that we got Diablo Immortal. Like, for example, you know who really did a good job with this? Bethesda. Do you remember back whenever they announced fucking Elder Scrolls 5 or whatever the fuck it was, and at the very end of it, they said, hey, we're also doing a mobile game? Nobody cared. Because they're like, great, well, we're going to get a really cool PC game and we're going to get a mobile game. It's totally fine. The problem is that you expected one thing and you got something else.
You know what? We need to get into this business. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? Mobile games are just becoming more standardized now. Like, maybe like 8 years ago, people were like super against mobile games. Like, they were complete trash and shit.
I disagree with this. I disagree with what he's saying, what Towelliee's saying. And the reason why I disagree with it is that 8 years ago was 2014. 2014 was the year that I got my smartphone. Like, I did not have a smartphone in 2013. I got my smartphone in 2014. There are way more people now that have smartphones. Like, smartphones have hit the complete mainstream at this point. In 2014, back in the day, I was still popping off with my flip phone, and all that kind of stuff. Now you've got everybody with a fucking phone. Everybody can do it. How many people, like, I see bums walking around asking for fucking quarters to spend at Taco Cabana, which is actually the guy behind Taco Cabana that sells some drugs. But that guy's got a fucking smartphone somehow. Everybody has one. It's just become so much more prevalent.
And if you were on Twitch and you streamed that you were an ass, like that guy Towelliee or whatever. Yeah, but now that I've been doing mobile on and off for the last 6 years on my channel, now all these other content creators who are like,
oh, here we go,
predatory acts.
Here we
mobile. Go. Now they're all about it, right? Now, hey guys, watch me play League of Legends Wild Rift today, and Raid Shadow Legends. And now you're all about it when it's like making the money.
Hey. And the thing is, like, I guarantee you, if you ask Towelliee, but do you think that's a bad thing? He would say no. He would say no. Towelliee is a businessman, man. I love Towelliee.
People get over that stigma over after a week. Yeah, after they find out how much money these mobile games are offering people to stream for just 2 hours a day.
Yep.
Mobile games did improve a lot in a few years. Oh, for sure. Some mobile games now look better than fucking console games, man. Especially if you have, like, a really good phone. Shit, man. They all look damn good. They look better than they do when they're on the fucking blue stacks.
It's really small. That's a really good video. I liked it. Obviously didn't really talk a whole lot about WoW. I wish we would have gotten some more insights on it. But obviously the reason why he didn't talk about it, I think you guys need to a little bit read between the lines here, is he talked about this very early on. He said that WoW had 2 different mobile projects working in the works. So he probably knows what it is, and that's why he's not talking about it, because it's like, this is what it's going to be. And so I know what it's going to be, so I'm not going to just talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of what I'm expecting. That's kind of what I would have expected. 100%. Crossplay mobile games with PC are now a trend. Oh, I love crossplay mobile games. Like, that's great, because I guarantee you, man, if I'm playing Warzone and the other guy's playing Warzone and he's got a phone, I win. That sounds great. I love crossplay. Yeah, it's fucking amazing. 100%. Bloons? Yeah, Bloons is a great game for crossplay between mobile and PC. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely, man. I expect an actual RPG and Warcraft universe for mobile. That'd be fun. Yeah, that'd be fun. I think that the more IPs that Warcraft has, the better, because that's what will continue to push the franchise along. Same as, like, we get cool stuff for WoW, like, cool images and, like, art and everything from Hearthstone. I think that's really cool. I like it. Same as, like, Heroes of the Storm back in the day. Like, the Alexstrasza model, she was so hot. Especially, even, dude, the Sylvanas model in Hearthstone is, like, the hottest Sylvanas we've had ever since, like, Burning Crusade, okay? So, yeah, like, it's definitely a good thing. That's what I'm really trying to get at. So anyway, yeah, WoW Mobile, I'm all for it. I think it's great, as long as it doesn't cannibalize existing features in the game, and it just makes the game better through, like, different app integration, like Auction House, companions, adventures, pet battles, things like that. I think that if you had an app that allowed you to do those things that are more menu-based in WoW on your phone, I feel like this would just be a universal positive that would keep people engaged in the game whenever they're off the computer. It's a good thing. And in terms of actually like being able to play the game, like do a battleground or do a raid, I don't think that's possible on a mobile. I think that just logistically it's not possible. I can't imagine that like you could like, of course, like you can do this right now. All you have to do is do remote desktop, right? You do remote desktop and then you can play WoW directly on your phone, but like it just plays so badly, you don't want to do that. And I feel like that's what would happen too. LFR would be, yeah, it's going to be horse shit. So I don't think there's any concern of that happening whatsoever. Like literally zero concern. Famous last words? We'll have to find out. Okay, anyway, let's see here. Read a few more of these. TLDR, mobile makes more money. It's the best interest as a streamer to promote a platform that makes more money. It's that simple. WoW Mobile wouldn't even have a user-friendly functionality. OSRS only works because it's single click. Yeah, OSRS is just way more simple than WoW is. Like in terms of like the UI. Like WoW has just such a customizable UI. I don't think it would be possible to put it on mobile. Yeah. Sorry, April 1st is a few months away. I think, I really hope that if they do announce a mobile game, that they say something about it being an out-of-date April Fool's joke. Like, they have to, I feel like they have to. Like, if they don't do it, I feel like if they make a joke about the Diablo Immortal release, the game will be good. But if they don't make a joke about it, and they're afraid, it'll be a bad game.